LiPU Crossover and an anniversary event? Let's begin. Welcome back to another episode, and as you watch today's content, I want to gently remind you all to be mindful when making purchases in IDV. The real cost for items in game is quite tricky to calculate and is designed so on purpose. This can then lead you to spend more than you intended to. Remember that they are digital items and could be lost if your account is terminated or compromised at any moment. Let's get into it. This week we're getting the Visitor from Beyond event that is, as I understand, this year's anniversary event. If you participate in this event, you'll be able to get a ton of different rewards, including event skins, accessories, portraits, and even more. I actually didn't write down what those things are, but I believe I'll be showing them on the screen right here, as I have like a screenshot of what everything was they are releasing. We've also got a public map releasing with this event called Breezeport, where if you complete missions on the map, you'll be able to receive an 8-tier furniture piece called Ocean Spire, a piece of room music, and also graffiti. The map itself is very, very pretty. It's a very cool looking kind of event map overall, but I really wish they would have put this effort into creating playable maps for us to play the main game mode on. When was the last time that we got one? I don't know. They put so much effort into these little kind of event maps and then they just disappear. In this map, you'll be able to transform into different symbols like exclamation marks, ticks, question marks, and stuff like that. I'm not really sure what the point of that is, but it must be connected to the story. And you can also drive cars on water and other things like that. Yeah, very interesting. There also seems to be a separate event called the Flight Drill Notes event. I don't really know what this is. I think it's part of the Visitor from Beyond event, but I'm not too sure. But I believe if you complete event missions during this event, you'll be able to receive an 8-tier skin unlock card that I think is permanent, a dynamic graffiti, clues, and even more. Although I believe a lot of the good rewards, the kind of the best rewards, won't be available on the first week. They'll probably be available after week 2 or week 3 possibly of the anniversary event. So yeah, keep that in mind. You're not going to get everything day one. As we are getting this anniversary event, we're also getting Season 41 Essence 3 that has all of the skins that are part of this story event. The S-tier skin is for Hullabaloo and it's called Black Vulture. It's quite a nice looking S-tier skin. The colors are quite nice, but I'm just not a big fan of Hullabaloo's base design. That kind of brings this character skin down a little bit in my opinion, but the other skins, the A-tiers, look really, really good. We've got a really pretty looking A-tier dancer skin called Mystic Nimbus that has really cool looking feathers on her dress, but it is lacking some color and some contrast as it is all just kind of white and grey basically, but it is really nice as she's got really cool hair details. We've also got the Aeroplanist A-tier skin called Rotor Wing that I believe is my favorite skin in this essence. It's a really crazy looking skin. He has way too many things on his body. He's got all sorts of different accessories and things that he's wearing, but I just like the vibes of this one a ton. We've also got an S-tier package coming to the store that is part of this event as well. That is an Acrobat S-tier package. Contains of course the S-tier skin for Acrobat called Unidentified Phenomena. That is an interesting looking skin. I do like the general vibes. I like it more than the Hullabaloo skin, that's for sure. And I do like the glowing blue flames that seem to be coming or emanating from him. And we've also got an A-tier accessory in this package for him as well called Abate. I believe that's how you say it. And it creates glowing light effects with like a griffin on the ground whenever he uses the balls. And it also gives like glowing line effects to the hunter with feathers all around them whenever they're hit by one of the Acrobat ball effects. Not too impressed by this accessory. He has many other accessories that are cooler than this one, although I do like the kind of 3D griffin. Let's move on to the crossover that we've got this week. That is the LiPU Friends crossover that seems to be called the LiPU Friends Assemble event. If you participate in this event, you'll be able to get a ton of different rewards that seem to be connected, I think, to blind boxes. It says here that during the event, you'll be able to get LiPU tokens that seem to be like a special currency for the event. And by getting these and then using these, you'll be able to draw from blind boxes to get B-tier furniture pieces that seem to be for free. There are some things that are kind of connected to the blind boxes that are not free, although they seem like they're free. And you'll be able to get more rewards, including spyglasses, clues, and even more. If you open a row of blind boxes, you'll be able to get the free LiPU pet, a portrait and portrait frame, and also I believe a graffiti. And opening all boxes will give you the Lanternist A-tier skin that's called Jan Luo Lipu. This is a really, really cool skin and probably my favorite from the entire collection. Maybe I like the Prisoner one more. Maybe I do. I'm not too sure. They're kind of both in the same ballpark for me. And it looks like if you have purchased one or more of the crossover skins that you'll be able to get during the crossover in the store and you open a row of blind boxes, you will also get extra rewards that seem to include B-tier pets, frames, and even more. I don't think these are free because of course you do need to purchase the skins themselves to be able to get them, but I'm not completely sure on that. I just read through it one time and that was my understanding. But yeah, if you get all the rewards for a certain character, you'll be able to get a chat emoji that again requires you to spend money, I think, and getting all crossover characters will get you a special dynamic portrait. We've also got some new content coming to the store for the LiPU Friends crossover that includes 4 new skins, one of which is for Prisoner. There's an A-tier skin called Big Duodong or Big A Duodong. We've got Barmaid's A-tier skin called Tuzi Tiujian. We've got Lawyer's A-tier skin Zhang Tianzhong and Smiley Face's A-tier skin Ti Wu Hair. I had a lot of difficulty reading those. Again, they are really, really long names. All of the skins I gave my opinions on last week. I think my favorite by far is the Prisoner one in terms of detail. The Barmaid one looks much better in game than I was expecting it to. She was my least favorite. Now I think she's probably on equal terms in my books as the Lawyer's one. But yeah, the Smiley Face one is also not too bad. All of these skins will be available only for Echoes with a 15% discount for the first week, bringing it down to like 1,178 Echoes, I believe. We've also got some new emotes that will be available in the store, purchased again for each of these characters. So each character gets their own one, and these can be purchased again for Echoes only and will have a 65% discount, I believe, for the first week, or maybe permanently. I think it's permanently. There's also an A-tier furniture piece called LiPU Friends Assemble that's available, and it will also have a discount for the first week of 20% off. Quite an interesting looking furniture piece overall. Okay, separate from the LiPU Friends crossover, we have some new furniture being added to the store, one of which is, I believe, connected to the anniversary event, the Libero's Visitor from Beyond theme, including an S-tier furniture piece called Regal Fountain that really did look quite impressive. There are also A-tier furniture pieces called Blossom Chandelier, Sea Chart Rug, and also Ocean Spire that I think was part of the public map reward. I don't think this is part of the store thing. I'm not completely sure. And maybe the Sea Chart Rug is also part of the story event stuff. I'm also unclear on this one. And a B-tier furniture piece. And there's a separate set that is the Spring Furniture set that includes an A-tier furniture piece called Citrus Dawn and 7 B-tier furniture pieces that do look quite nice. I'm probably showing them on the screen right now. There are some extra things that we're getting this week, including 10 free essences for the Season 41 Essence 3. That's really nice of them to give us. I guess it's part of the anniversary event. They always do that, but it's still quite nice. And I believe we're also getting a limited 2v8 entertainment mode. I didn't write any notes on what this would include here. I believe we've had information about it in the past, but I just haven't written them down. If you guys have any information about the 2v8 entertainment mode, put it down in the comments below for other people to read about, because I'm not going to explain it in this video. We've also got a ton of character days coming this week, as we've got Novelist's character day on April 2nd. That's going to be his 4th character day, meaning he's getting an emote. We've got Nightmare's character day. That's technically the alternate form of Novelist, so it makes sense. There is also an April 2nd, and it's his 4th character day, meaning he's getting an emote. We've got Naiad's character day also on April 2nd, meaning she's getting her 4th character day emote. And we also got Antiquarian on April 2nd, who's getting her 3rd character day, meaning she's getting an animated graffiti. And also Coordinator on April 3rd is getting her 7th character day, meaning she's getting her 2nd animated graffiti. So that's a ton of character days coming up, all of which, or most of which, are on the 2nd of April. And also wanted to give you guys a quick reminder that there is currently a Discord community carnival event happening on, I think, Identity 5's main Discord channel, if not the NGP server. I think it's the first one that I was mentioned. If you participate in this event, I don't know how you do it, you can enter to get the chance to potentially unlock the Hullabaloo's limited S-tier skin for free. So that's quite nice of them to do. Let's move on to talking about some future content, and we don't have too much to talk about today. That's quite a good thing because we have quite a lot of content coming this week anyway. We got a better look at the upcoming ZETA Koa 8 champion skins that were the ones for Opera Singer and also for Forward that are coming on April 9th. These skins look really, really good. We got an initial art kind of that they gave us a while ago, but it wasn't super clear what the skins look like. At least the Forward one wasn't super clear to me what it looked like. So we've got the A-tier Forward skin called Lightning Charge. I really like the design of this skin. The concept is quite simple, but they've really implemented it in a really nice way. It feels really well put together, really neat. I really like the little shiny sleeve material that he's got going on. And then we've also got the A-tier Opera Singer skin called Electric Symphony. I kind of need this skin. It's one of the few skins that I've looked at in IDV and I'm like, yep, I need that one. Of course, usually when I have undead skins revealed, I really do want to get the undead ones. But yeah, this one is really, really, really nice. But I believe they are echoes only. So that dream might not happen. But anyway, we can just imagine that it will, because this is a fantastic skin. I think these, as usual, the Koa kind of champion skins always look really good. They're really high quality. So yeah, these are really good. But remember, if you don't have the money for it, do not spend it. And if you haven't already, make sure that you click on the video that is right there, because YouTube thinks that you'll like it.